Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital, where in the last episode we got a star over here on Meltdowns. Took us a while, but we got there. We're now heading to Smogley, which is all about surgery, I think. A teaching hospital focused on surgery. Welcome to Smogley, based just outside the city. The mayor is keen to help develop this area. Currently, this means it receives a generous supply of two things: pollution and patients requiring surgery. I'd recommend building up a teaching hospital and training some surgeons. Surgery requires a qualified doctor and a nurse, but it brings in the big bucks, so it's worth it. Wow, okay, so we've got a lot of plots to work from. Okay, yeah, a lot of big old space there. But to start off with, let us get the absolute basics up and running, okay? So let's go in here and set up let's do a reception room this time, because we haven't done one of these for a while, and I think with it having this sort of larger space here, it might actually be relatively worthwhile. In fact, let's just get one strip away from it there and there. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Okay, so we'll pop a hatch in, and then we can eventually we can have like 3 pods here. I'm not too sure whether we're going to need them all, but we'll put them in, and then they're there, I guess. Alright, and then we'll make it look all lovely, because, you know, golden flower vase, that seems a bit over the top, actually. I'm not sure about that one. We'll get a radio in, and a printer, because they're going to be useful for the staff. A couple of charity tubs, yeah, we want to help out by raising a bit of money. And let's have a think, what else? Mini radiator. We've got quite a bit of kudos to spend, but I think I'm actually going to save that. We might buy the display skeleton there, but otherwise I think we'll actually hold on that kind of stuff. Maybe put a coffee machine in here for them. Would that be a bit over the top, isn't it? Yeah, we'll leave that as is. There we go. Is temperature going to be an issue here? Yes, looks like it is. Alright, so in that case we'll go back here and we'll unlock that little radiator that sits underneath, because that is going to be super useful. Who are you? Nelly Hawk? Well, you came out of nowhere, didn't you? Well, you're going to have to wait, love, because we're nowhere close to being ready. Now, the good thing about these ones is it realises that this isn't a wall, technically, so it makes the heat spread a little, which is good. Okay, right, so let's do a GP's office that we can copy. Let's go long and thin. That's what I'm thinking here. We go long and thin today for a bit of a change. And we keep these pretty simple, I reckon. We'll keep these pretty simple indeed. Let's put one of those there. We'll get a lamp in so it's all lovely. The weighing scales over here. Don't need a trash can. Don't need a fire extinguisher. We'll get a hand sanitizer. It's going to help with hygiene. Where it is, once it lets us do it. Pop a window in as well. Okay, and then we'll have a couple of bits and bobs here. I've moved away from the whole spamming gold everywhere. I just don't think it's not in the spirit of the game, you know, and also it's being fixed. So you heard it here first. That's not quite right. That might not be true. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to get fixed. I just realised I'm actually making stuff up. Okay, let's put these on the back wall instead. And we can have a notice board here with a clock on it. The only thing I will put in, actually, we can do it, is a coffee machine. Because that does seem to help them just kind of last that last little bit longer. Alright. So we'll put one of those in, and that gives us a pretty solid, decent 3. Now what we can do now is copy that, and we'll most definitely put another one in. In fact, we won't actually. What we'll do is we'll move it, and we'll have it down here. Alright, so there's going to be our 2 early doors GPs. Alright, and then we're going to have a little layer of some GD stuff. Alright, so we'll put in an early GD here. Okay, and we'll get them over here. There we go. filing cabinet in, even though I don't think it's massively important. So we'll get some weighing scales. Oh, I'll tell you what, we didn't put into these, did we? We didn't put any radiators, which we are going to need. So we'll just quickly go through, put them under windows where we can. If not, just sort of like near windows is fine. That's good. And then over here as well. Okay, that should be good for heat. Coffee machine, because this is the sort of place we want people to hang out and work well in. And also, because there isn't a chair for them to sit on, we'll pop a chair in here too. Although I'm not 100% sure these are actually a very good idea, because people seem to just sit on them for ages. Notice board for you to notice. And let's do a couple of awards. Where can we get those where they don't look ridiculous? I mean, a couple over here probably look alright. A gold and a silver one. There we go. And I would like at least one window in here. So we'll probably put that. Right, there we go. Probably put that here. There we go. And I mean, I guess we can have one there as well. And then we'll finish off with a anatomy poster on the wall here. There we go. That's a nice looking GD. Alright, good stuff. And then we'll also pop in a cardio. We'll do that on this side. Alright. And again, going to keep this one pretty light and breezy. We won't have a filing cabinet in this one. We will have a set of scales. And actually, do you know what? As much as I love it, let's unlock. We've got the. Oh no, we haven't got it unlocked. Yes, let's unlock you and you. Big fan of these, and also we can use these in the staff room as well, which is good. Now these, what do you do? See, we haven't actually unlocked that yet. 1%. It does increase diagnosis power and stuff, but I don't know whether it's going to be that much of a bonus. You know, 1% isn't really that much, is it? Let's pop in some hand sanitizer. There we go. And a couple of windows. There we go. So you have to stand and look at people as you get weighed. And we'll get a coffee machine in there for the staff member and a little chair for them to sit on as well. There we go. Clocks in. Notice board is no notice board in this one, but we will have a few certificates on the wall there. There we go, and a little poster as well. What poster fits with this kind of thing? I mean, probably food. I mean, food kind of fits, doesn't it? You know, cardio is all good and well, but if you're eating burgers, you know, it ain't helping. Let's get a ward in, because that kind of fits that space pretty well, doesn't it? Ward door. Over here with a nurse station as we come in. Couple of screens, I guess a couple of screens because they do stack up a little bit, and then we'll start getting some beds in then. Alright, so one. How's best to do this? Should we? I mean, we could do them like that. That's not awful. 4. It's a little ward. We could always stick another ward in somewhere else, couldn't we? Let's have some wall monitors for all of these beautiful people. We'll have one there for them. One there and one there. Windows if we can. Yeah, they just help a little. Wayne Scales is not finished about toxic waste bin. I think actually, I'm sure I read somewhere on the Reddit that wasn't actually very good. There we go. Oh, radiator. We forgot radiators in the last couple of rooms as well. So make sure we get them in here. We'll put one. Ooh, go on there. And we'll put one there. That might be enough. We might have to check that. Let's have a look. No, that's probably okay. But we do need a few in these rooms that we haven't got them in yet. So one there and one there. That's nice and toasty now. Oh, they're okay. All right. Okay, so there's our ward. So I'm guessing up here it's quite a small space, but we could probably stick a loo there. Yeah, that looks good to me. So we could do this kind of thing, can't we? Alright, and then we can put sinks down here. A couple of hand dryers. There we go. And radiators. We're not going to be able to get many in, but we might just be able to. I don't think you will be able to get one in there. What about a small one in there? We can get a small one. That's neat. Because normally, I'll be honest with you, my toilets are often chilly. And they really are often chilly rooms. So, we now need some of the simple curing stuff. So, we can't get a pharmacy in there, annoyingly. Let's have a look at the sort of space we've got here. And what we're going to do with it. Cancel room, yes. Let's put in a psychiatric room. But we'll get rid of that. Yes, that's okay. Alright, so we'll do door there. Couple of windows here and here. Okay, we've got the fireplace. That can go over here. It's almost like we meant it to happen. And then we'll put the chair here with the couch in front of it and a lamp. Okay. And then we'll make it look beautiful. We should have a fire extinguisher because I assume the actual fire itself will kick off. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about actually is whether it gives off heat. So we'll just put one thingy in there and we'll find out. Coffee machine can go up in the corner there. We need to try and get some bookcases and stuff in here because, you know, pharmacy, psychiatry would have it. It would look lovely and it would have lots of clever things on the walls to show how clever the people were. We'll get a rug in. And where's our certificates? There we go. A couple of them on the wall. That should be a level 4 prestige. That's nice. What about above the fireplace? No, that's a shame. Clock over there by the door. No, there. Alright, well that's probably it. We've got these ones here, look, diagnosis power. That could really help. We just don't have the kudos. We'll keep working on it. I quite like the look at that as well. I know that is completely decorative, but wow, look at it. Looks good, doesn't it? There we go. Not only is it completely decorative, it's nice decorative. And then we should be able to squeeze a pharmacy in here. Oh, look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. We'll stick that in. This one's going to be pretty basic, to be honest. Pretty simple rooms. We'll get that set up there. Coffee machine, most definitely for the pharmacists, because they're in here quite a bit. So I met the guys behind, I think they're called something like Cedarwood Studios, I'm not too sure, I apologise. But the guys who did the audio for this game, so that's the audio, the sound, sorry, the music, sorry, and the sound effects and everything, and they also work quite closely with Mark Silk, who did the voices. What a nice couple of lads, really passionate about audio in video games, and got some really good ideas and stuff, and yeah, I wish them all the best for the future. They're very nice chaps. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get anything in here, so I think we could probably stick another toilet in, I guess. It's a very useless space, isn't it? So I suppose this way, at least, it'll mean people don't have to walk all the way around the other side. I see a lot of complaints regarding the queuing system in the game. It is something that they're working on, I know, but a lot of people I see put, oh, I don't put any toilets in, don't put any toilets, and I don't put any drinks machines and benches because they don't work, and yeah, they probably could, you know, they could tweak a little bit. I think patients just need to be a little bit more aware of where they're going, but where they need to be. But you can't just have like empty buildings. Well, I can't anyway. You know what I'm like. I'm a bit of a stickler for looks over pretty much everything else. So I am actually going to have benches pretty much everywhere. So these benches here, although they're outside the toilets, they're going to act well for both the ward and the pharmacy and the psychiatry there. So then we'll have some other benches pretty much just along these walls here. Pharmacy, and hopefully they're close enough for them to go to the GD. And we haven't really got much queuing for the actual GP, which could be an issue. Let's try. I'm actually tempted to edit that room and swap you and you over, just to help with the doors on the with the benches on the outside, and then literally all we have to do really is swap you over, don't we? There we go. Okay, and now we can put benches there as well. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got a little bit of queuing. Not much queuing though, to be honest. We might. It's just probably something we're gonna have to work on. We could do 1, 2. We could do 3 there, couldn't we? And that almost looks like it's meant to be that way. 2. Oops. 3. Good. Drinks, snacks, salty snacks. Makes them drink more. Makes us more money. Bins that we always forget to put everywhere. So let's do. I mean, the obvious point is there and there, isn't it? But then we'll also have one up here by the corner here, and on the other side. That might be enough for bins. We'll have to keep our eye out for that. Hand sanitizers outside all the rooms, although I don't actually think they do anything outside the rooms. I think they're that'd be really good if we could just squeeze that in there. I think they're only really used inside the rooms, but I just think they look the part outside the rooms, you know. Radiators, pretty chilly in the corridors here, so we'll do a little bit of warmy-uppy. I love that. They're actually too hot there now, so let's. How's that? I mean, we'll just have the one, I guess. Let's have a look over here. It should be enough to kind of fill this corridor relatively simply. 3, that should do it there. Good. Yep. Okay, on this side we'll have one there. Got a space for one there. And we've got space for one over there. Good stuff. A couple of things to keep them occupied just while they're waiting in various rooms. These leaflet stands do a pretty fine job of that. So we'll just dot a few of those around. Won't go mad because I do think there is a bit of an issue at the moment with people wandering off quite a lot. And there may be just some nice paintings on the walls, some canvases on the walls, I think. There we go, just to really tie it all together. Go on, the mountain paintings as well. Well, I'll tell you where we haven't got a painting, but we should have one. There. Just because I think it fits. Not really much space everywhere else, although we'll probably get one there. There. There we go. Started using these much more instead of plants, because plants just take up the staff's time so much. Okay, here we got assistants, motion intelligence and stamina, customer service level 1 and 2. Pookie Crusts, what a name. Let's get a janitor. Oh, that's pretty much perfect for our first janitor. Although it hasn't got repair. No, it's got maintenance, but it hasn't got upgrades. But that's for now. That'll do. That's fine. All right, and then we're gonna also get going a nurse. Oh God, look at this nurse extraordinaire. Treatment, ward management, treatment level 2. And Jennifer Rambo, get yourself in that ward. Treatment level 1, William Chubb, you're going to be our pharmacy guy. And then doctors, what we got here? We've got a decent psychiatrist and the beginnings of a GP. So Jill, you're going to become our psychiatrist. Franklin, you're going to become our GP. We're going to close you. And you need a nurse. Okay. You need a nurse as well, don't you? Right. Okay. So we'll get a floating nurse. It'll have to be Gwendolyn, but when somebody better comes along, Gwen, you are gone. I'm sorry. Okay. So staff, doctors. So you're going to be our GP, and you're going to be our psychiatrist. And to be honest with you, we don't have anything else. Yes. Oh, you have surgery as well, so that's probably worth bearing in mind later on. We've got somebody with surgery. You are going to be in the ward. So we'll click all these off. A nice unselect all option would be good on this. You're going to be our pharmacist. There we go. And then you're going to be those ones. There we go. And then none of this we have unlocked yet either as well. Okay. And you're going to do everything. You're going to do everything. Right. I think that is our basic start. That's obviously cost us a bit of money, but not loads of money. We have 94 grand still. So what we're going to have to do next is open a second area, mostly for further diagnostics and like the first load of treatments and stuff. So let's have a look. Plot 35 quid, that one there. 35 grand, 50, 35. Portishead discovered. Treatments in our ward. Okay, good. 24. Nice cheap one over there, look. 35. I think probably this one here. Let's buy it. Oh, it's going to have to take a few days. That's fine. Right, let's get some speed. Easy scan to make it more effective. I'm sure we can. As soon as we get another janitor. Nothing. Assistants, nothing really. Nurses. Diagnostic. I'll tell you what then. I'm going to hire you. Right. Even though you're not much better than Gwendolyn, you are a little more suited because you have the diagnostic skill. So you'll just do a slightly better job at diagnosing. Right, okay, so you carry on. Sorry, Gwendolyn. It was short-lived, but I kind of warned you. I did kind of warn you that you weren't very good, Gwendolyn. Jesus, what's going on over here? Oh, yes. I've just completely forgot that we built this room. Right. So, we're going to leave space. Again, there's very little we can put in these spaces. So we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put like a loo and a news agents or something in there, right? And then we're going to start working on some of our secondary level of diagnosis. All right, and also a couple more GPs. So we'll leave all the space there. One thing we need to do is do some training. So let's start on that. See if we can get some decent training in whilst everyone's sort of running pretty low. We'll get a little bit of a training room in. In fact, no. We always make this mistake. We want to do like 2 smaller training rooms because we're only going to train a few people at once. You see, so I think we're much better doing this kind of layout. Actually, if we're not going for the whole thousands of bookcases, which we're not going for the whole thousands of bookcases, the only thing I might do actually is move the door across. Oh. Alright, move the door right across. There we go. And just have a few of these along the wall. Because they help with both prestige and the and training a little, you know. Let's move it over like that. There we go. And now we can train 3 people at a slightly better pace. And I don't think it looks too ridiculous to have a wall of those. I think that starts to make a lot of sense, to be honest with you. Hand sanitizer, even though it's not much of a problem here. Radiators in, so the rooms aren't chilly. Coffee maker, I'm not too worried about that. In fact, that is pretty much all we're going to have in here. I mean, we'll have a couple of posters on the wall over here, shall we? Is it the anatomy one that increases training? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Oh, so we could do a little cheat, couldn't we? And we could go... I know I said we wouldn't do this sort of stuff, but I've just realised that's a thing. So, and that's not very expensive either, that one. All right, I'll take that. And we're going to duplicate you and put you right next to yourself. There we go. So we've got a couple of training. Bed face discovered. Good stuff. Do we need a loan? No, we don't. And we're going to get started. All right, we'll let it run. So let's think about who we haven't got very good at the moment. So GPs, we've never got great GPs, have we? Motivation, Actually, you're ready for training. That's a pretty decent GP, to be honest, to start off with. So I might just get you up to level 2. All right. So general practice 2. We're gonna have to bring in somebody. Oh, we just lost loads of cash. So let's just run the game for a second. As soon as we've got the 15 grand it is to train them, which might take a while. I mean, we could always take a loan. We've got a cure, which is good. Right, 98%. You're going to get cured. Oh, bed face. Right, okay, sorry. I thought you weren't cured. So you didn't know what was going on. So what's up with you? You're cured? Oh, you're still coming in, Amy Bolognese. Right, 86%. So why can't I... Is it just because you're going straight to the ward? I would send you to be treated there, 86%. That's, to me, 98%. Come on. Yeah, bed face, I was going to say. That's what I think I would really love. It's just a little line I can put there and say, if you're 80% sure they've got something simple like bed face. See there, like 86%. Treat. Estimated chance to cure 83%. I'm happy to go for that. Let's get him through. Let's earn some money. We're losing money luck. Yeah, we're going to have to take a loan. Alright, that's fine. We often do when we start off these things, to be honest with you. We'll take the 50 grand. And with it... What have we got here? Right, Ronald McBoatface. I'm going to hire you to take over from young Franklin Light, who is going to learn to do... Oops. General Analysis 2. Go. In the meantime, we'll run with a slightly rubbish GP. I would also like my pharmacist to be super good. At the moment, Nurse William Chubb is not ready to train again, so let's just see if we've got a better nurse starting off. Herbie Styles. If you had something Herbie, I'd probably take you, but I mean, Charlie does have that first treatment level, you know, which is pretty good. Because there's only one level of pharmacy management, you see, is what I'm thinking. If we get pharmacy management and then loads of treatment, that's about as best he's going to get. So let's just see. No, Emma, you have injection administration. You'd be useful later on, I think, Emma, but no, for now, 9. Let's go for... He's just going to have to get leveled up. All right. What about nurse? You're doing great, aren't you? Treatment, diagnostic, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm happy to leave just Jennifer Rambo in there. Cuthbert Jazz, you are ready to train, but this injection administration, coupled with diagnostics, just doesn't work for me. Does not work for me. Psychiatry 1 and 2. Treatment, again, that's not awful. Not ideal, but you're good enough for now, alright? Bit of a queue coming up on the GPs, not much. 1 or 2. I think we can manage that. We're getting cures, which is good. 85%. Go. Go to the ward anyway, so you might as well stay. You might as well go and get treated instead. All right. So far, we've not had any specific things come in. You know, staff challenge, cure 10 patients. We'll give it a go. Although we're firing you in a minute. So, although we could kind of keep him as a non-GP diagnoser, because there are doctor-ran diagnosis rooms. No, I don't think we will. Keep him that way. In the meantime, let's check out some things here. Temperature's pretty good. Staff happiness. Staff look pretty happy. Patient happiness. Patients look pretty happy as well. Health. Nobody's particularly low. Attractiveness could be a bit better, to be honest with you. Training course complete. Nice. So you're going to go... Come here. Come here. Come here. Why can't I click here? You now go here, and you are gone. You're out of there. 8 patients. Not killed any. Earned $4,000 for the hospital, and have been paid 1,384. Yeah, sorry. Hate to do it to you, but young Franklin Light here is going to be our awesome GP.
They said he looked ridiculous.
Okay. Otherwise, I think we're doing pretty good. What's your diagnosis required? Go straight for treatment. That's the main thing I've noticed that we keep having to do at the moment, unfortunately, is keep the GPs, keep the guys that are diagnosed out of GP. Right, so look, you're going back to the GP's office now, but no, you're not gonna. You're gonna get yourself dressed. Right. Here. Yeah. Tempted you as well. No. Not quite enough. Okay. How are we doing for staff? Who have we got available to hire? What are you? Radiology. You can use the mega scanner. Nurses. Assistants. Janitors. Mechanics. Let's get you on the go as well, Tabitha. Because you can start upgrading some of these machines. There we go. We want... Basically, I want to get it so that pharmacy treatment just can't go wrong. You know? These simple ones here, we should not be having people die to pharmacy stuff. You've got Porter's Head. Which is not... Oh no, Turtle Head that one is. Ugh, that's gross. Good. Staff are getting tired. They don't have a staff room. You're right, they don't. Sorry. Let's build a staff room quickly then before we wrap up this episode. Staff room. Can't afford it. Let's wait for someone to get cured, I hope. No, it's not enough. Go on. Somebody get cured. Whoa. Where's the assistant gone? To be fair, we haven't really given him a break, have we? Come here, Fred Mouth. I know we're gonna spend money on you, but to be honest with you, there's people queuing up here. We can't have people queuing up here. Oh! Sounds like we didn't cure somebody. Treatment failed. I'm sorry. Bit of a wait on the wards. Well, not much I can do about that until I've got the staff room up and running. All I need, really... Revenue is 8,000. Expenses are 23,000. Nice. We now have both of you back. Right, so... Sorry. I know it's a bit of a waste of time. But I thought this guy was going to be away longer. Psychiatrist doesn't seem to do much. Mayoral visit? Yeah, go for it. These are far too popular, so let's just go back to... Oh, we can't get no money. We can say back to regular snacks. Wow, money's too tight to mention here, isn't it? I think we're going to have to leave it there. I was going to build a staff room, but we'll do that in the next episode, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, or suggestions, you can pop them down in the comments. Fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at John T. Sparrow. If you'd like to join in with the Geekism community, you can do so over on our Geekism Discord server. You'll find the link for that in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.